Hey everybody, welcome to week 5. Sorry, as you can see, my cat's making a cameo here with us today. Week 5, we're going to talk about the big topic will be population health. Now, population health is one of those things that quite frankly, we could spend 8 weeks, honestly 16 weeks, talking just about population health. This is something that has gotten renewed focus in the last, I don't know, 15 years, I guess you could say, continues to get more and more attention. And, like many things, when COVID came into view, population health got even more attention, looking at how do we treat a population? How do we care for a population? All right. Historically, with everything healthcare, population health is no exception. For the most part, we're working in the state of reactive medicine, right? So you're sick, you seek medical care somewhere, all right? Now, population health, we have done some things in the preventative space, okay? So an example of that would be things like childhood vaccinations, children, pediatrics, that is a population. Flu shots for the elderly high risk population. Elderly is, a population. When we talked about COVID, we looked at kind of risk coefficient, right? So what population was most at risk, okay? And you can, tear the data apart, and you don't have to get too deep into it to see, if we're looking at populations specific to COVID, who's most at risk? Well, elderly, people with pre-existing conditions / comorbidities, right? So if I'm over 70 years old, I'm hypertensive, maybe I'm diabetic, maybe I've got some asthma, emphysema, COPD, one or any of those things. If I contract COVID, the success rate isn't as good as, say, a 22-year-old person that's healthy, has no comorbidities, no pre-existing conditions. So we will continue to see emphasis on population health. What's always kind of interesting to me is we always struggle to define it. And of course, I've taught this class online, also on ground, and I always enjoy doing introductions and having someone introduce themselves and say, I work for company X and I specialize in population health. And I always like to ask, what exactly do you do? And the answers are always varied. So we're still trying to figure this out, what this might look like. We as individuals take a role in this, and then also our care providers, the large health systems get very involved with this. All of these things. I was doing a talk at a hospital not too long ago, and they had flyers all over the place targeting the 45 plus population, saying, hey, if you're over 45 years old, now is the time to schedule some fun stuff, right? The colonoscopy that we all dread. We see other things. I saw one at a different hospital I was at that says, if you've smoked for 10 or more years, now is the time to get a lung screening. Okay, so again, those are populations. Okay, that would be a population of tobacco users, if you will. Okay, so that's kind of our topic for this week. You also have your first exam this week, and that is a case study. So what I'd encourage you to do before you start to respond to the case study and provide your answers, scroll down to the bottom and have a look at that rubric. That will be what I evaluate you against, okay? So, no secrets here. That's what I'm looking for. So that's how I will evaluate you. So take a look at that rubric. Let me know if you have any questions. But I'm looking forward to seeing what you come up with this week.